Hi, I'm Breena, one of the co-founders here at Quin, and today I wanted to walk you through meeting reminders. This is a core workflow. It comes pre-built in Quin. You don't have to create anything from scratch. You just need to turn it on and configure it for how you work. Let's just dive in here and click into meeting reminders. So let's talk about what this workflow actually does. Once it's on, Quinn automatically sends reminders to the external attendees of your meetings before they happen. That means your clients, prospects, or just anyone outside of your team, they'll get a heads up with the meeting details, the video link, anything else you want them to know before they join. Internal team members do not get these reminders. They can see the meeting on their own calendars. So this is specifically for people who are on the other side of the call that are outside your team. And just as a side note, this is not just meetings that you schedule through Quin. So if we go back to workflows, if you are using our scheduler here, it's not meeting reminders that are just tied to that. This is actually functioning through your calendar integration. So you can see here, I have a few calendars that are integrated with Quin in my integration settings. However, I only have meeting reminders set for Breena at heyquin.io because that's really the main calendar account that I have meetings through. So that's just a good thing to remember. It's really quick to set this up. You're really just telling Quin which integration you want. Obviously, you'll need to have those integrated before you turn this on. And then how you would like those reminders to be sent. I prefer just email a day before. I found that to be successful for me, but if you wanted to do a more narrower heads up, you could do that. From there, you can also decide whether or not you want those email reminders coming from Quin or if you'd like them to come from your own email. And this is really just a personal preference. Some folks like that it comes from Quin because it feels like your assistant is reaching out, or it sort of functions similar to other calendar tools where the reminder comes from that tool like Google or Calendly. But other people like to have it more personalized. They want to make sure that it's being sent from them directly. So it's totally up to you. You can decide, what you want to do there. At the bottom here are reminder guidelines. So this is where you can customize what goes into the reminder itself. The good thing to remember about these guidelines for this and in general is that it's not really a place to expand the options of these settings up here. So for example, if the timeline that you want is not available here, just because you put it in guidelines doesn't mean Quin's going to follow that, because it's looking for this particular setting to determine when that gets sent. If you want something additional, just send us an email at help@heyquin.io and we'll work with you to figure out how to best set those for you, or to just add more offerings and options. But that's a good thing to remember. You can't just override the settings that are above here in the guidelines. So this is more for things like meeting details, or if it's a particular type of meeting and you want Quin to include certain instructions or information regarding that. Perhaps you have client onboarding meetings that need reminders, and the content of those reminders is going to be different than a client that you're meeting with that you've known for a while. So you can put different guidelines here that are specific to that content. I don't have any guidelines here because I find that the standard reminder is good enough. But if ever I wanted to, say I'm meeting with clients or customers of Quin that are getting onboarded and I want to provide resources before in the reminder, I could do that here. And that's really it. You have the option of editing those things. You can toggle it on and off here. And so once you have that set, you'll be able to see how those reminders go out. One way that I actually like to tell people to test this out, and the same with the scheduler, is just have somebody else schedule a meeting with you as a test. If you wanted to see the meeting reminder for yourself, you could also just go to the chat and ask Quin to send an example of a meeting reminder that will be sent to an upcoming meeting or attendee that you are scheduled with. So Quin will know what you're asking for there. And that's about it. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us at help@heyquin.io. That goes straight to our founding team, and we're happy to help. Hope you have a good day.